Hello, I am Gepwin, and welcome to GepwinCraft Minevlog number 5. I think I actually said the name right for once. That's cool. Just a little bit is channel upkeep first. Gonna be out of town. I've mentioned this in a couple of videos. I'm gonna be out of town next couple of weeks. So this may be the last Minevlog until I get back from that. I'm trying really hard to record other stuff ahead so that I can keep some content going while I'm away. At least for the first week. We'll see about the second week while I'm gone. But the mine vlogs are difficult to record ahead of time. Like, the mining takes a lot of time. I like these to be a little more spontaneous. I need a bit of time to think about, things to talk about every week. So in between, I need some space in between, so I can't really do 3 of them in a row and try to put out good content at the same time. So those are going to take a little bit of a break anytime I'm out of town, even if I have other stuff coming out on the channel at the same time. It doesn't mean that I've stopped. It just means I can record stuff ahead, but I can't really record these vlogs ahead because they're vlogs. I'm supposed to talk about things that happen in my life. I apologize, something up with my throat today, so I might sound a little off for a bit. I tend to record these first thing when I wake up because my brain is a little, it's fuzzy, but it's I'm not as distracted by things. Even though I woke up kind of down today, I don't know. I went to bed a little late. Sometimes that gets me a teeny bit depressed. Woke up because I forgot to turn an alarm that I didn't need off. This also is going up like a day later than I was thinking it would, partly because I didn't have time to record it yesterday because I had some doctor's appointments and things, but also because I didn't want to spoil the beacon. It's a little silly, but the beacon was kind of a big thing in today's episode, so I didn't realize how much I'd be showing the beacon on screen while I was doing the mining here. So I don't have much to talk about this week. I haven't really been thinking about much. I've been kind of buckling down on work. I've been really doubling down on working on episodes, trying to get ahead. And siren, dang it. Where was I? Right, I've been kind of buckling down on videos this week. I've been working pretty much all of the time, and that doesn't leave me with a lot of time to listen to other stuff and get some thoughts together. I have been watching YouTube things and stuff while I am things and stuff. Great, witty, award-winning commentary and voiceover there. Things and stuff. I've been watching some Minecraft things, trying to get inspiration while I do some of the longer stuff in between takes here, and the busy work building hills or mining out giant portions of things, But a lot of that has been, watching some YouTube channels that some of you guys have recommended, like B-Dubs, who I should have been watching before, honestly. But doing some good building stuff. I've been watching a lot of Wells Knight stuff because he does a lot of really cool detail builds that I'm trying to get some inspiration from. I also recorded a couple of tutorials that are coming. I think the first one's coming out tomorrow, if this video goes up when I think it will. So that's been fun. I could use some more ideas for those things too. I guess one of the main things that I've been thinking about this week is self-promotion, which I'm very bad at. I've been trying to keep up the Twitter thing, and I really want to grow the channel more off of my new content. I enjoy the videos that I'm making now, way more than a lot of stuff I've been making videos of in a long time. So I want to be able to keep that up, and I want to grow and find people who enjoy the new things that I'm doing. But I'm very bad at self-promotion, and since I took a kind of break in between when I was making new stuff, I feel like YouTube has decided that I'm one of those junk channels that shouldn't be promoted. I don't have a lot of evidence for this, but I don't know. If you're a new person, I would love to hear how you actually found the new content, because I'm not sure. I don't know how people are finding my stuff, and I need to do some self-promotion. And I don't want to spam the Minecraft Reddit. That doesn't seem like a good strategy. But people must be able to do promotion and stuff in some way, because people's channels grow even when they're doing something that has a lot of oversaturation online like Minecraft. So I guess that kind of had me down today, because I've just been thinking about how oversaturated this market is and how I feel like I'm doing pretty good content, and but I recognize it's not the best. I like the video quality, I like the things I'm doing, but I'm certainly not the best builder, and I haven't been doing very complicated redstone stuff. So I don't know. Overall, aside from me and the things that I can bring to stuff, I've been struggling to kind of think of what I bring that's, new and interesting and worth people's time. And it's not like I'm going to stop or anything. I just have, every now and then I go through this where I start questioning what it is that I'm doing with my content and why anyone would watch me as opposed to other people. And I think that's pretty healthy for you to self-examine your creative process sometimes, as long as you do it in a constructive way, where you can actually think about it. You're like, well, maybe what's my audience and what are they getting out of things, and can I incorporate more of that to make the stuff better? Instead of, I shouldn't be doing this, I'm a fraud, and I don't deserve subscribers. Healthy criticism. Oh, what else has been what has this been, 5 minutes? Yeah, 5 minutes. I don't know. I saw a Star Wars. Yeah, I saw the new Star Wars movie last night. We were out in the city, and I was kind of like, I haven't seen this, I should see this. So I was like, we want to see a movie, but the only thing that's out is Star Wars because it's a bad movie release time. And I like Star Wars, and I'm interested in Star Wars, but I feel like I'll be disappointed by Star Wars because I haven't been very into big blockbuster movies lately. But we saw it. I really, really enjoyed this one. There may be some minor spoilers if I start talking about it. I'm going to try to not do like a whole plot synopsis. Though I do enjoy kind of talking about movies, and I'm not very good at the critique stuff, even though I very much enjoy reading it and examining it, and I've been trying to learn more to get better at video making. But I do enjoy kind of deconstructing them a teeny bit, so I could possibly do some of that if people were to be interested in hearing it. I keep thinking of maybe starting a second channel for, video-related stuff, because I do like a lot of movie and TV things, and it would be kind of fun to do some videos on those every now and then. But anyway, I liked the Star Wars. There was some war in it. There were some stars in it. Delivers what it promises, basically. Anybody who's been listening to my stuff for a while probably knows about where I come down on a lot of the controversy for this movie, which stinks because it's weird. Like, I really loved all the stuff that people seem to be complaining about, the Luke Skywalker story arc. Not getting into details, I really loved what they did with Luke in this movie. Mark Hamill is just an amazing actor, and he just sells all of it. All of it. If I had one big critique of the movie, it's that they don't have, this version of Luke in it enough. His story arc with Rey is the best part of the movie, and, I honestly think they could have kind of cut everything they did with Finn. 90% of what they did with Finn. Maybe the stuff where he's directly doing things with the First Order involved. That could be good. Minor spoiler. There's a casino planet that they have to go to for MacGuffin reasons. And all of it. That whole thing. Everything that happens on the casino planet. Cut it. Get rid of it. Every single thing that happens on the casino planet is horrible. Even the bit that ties into the ending final scene, you could do that somewhere else. You could put that somewhere else in the movie. You could, in fact, not have the casino planet entirely, and the end would still kind of work. Because it's such a random little aside in the casino planet part that ties into the end, and it's people who haven't seen this probably have no idea what I'm talking about. People who have are either yelling at me or going oh yeah, I hated that part too, or you're not, because it's basically this movie's cantina scene is like that's the only reason that part with the casino exists, is because it's this movie's, you know, Star Wars original trilogy cantina with the, you know, alien showpiece thing. Yeah, what I was talking about this with my girlfriend, and she had a point. She doesn't like the Star Wars stuff as much as I do, and we keep talking about, you know, why? Because I want to know what it is I like about the movies, because I recognize there's a lot of kind of bad things in all the Star Wars movies, but I like them nonetheless, and I like to examine why that is. But she had an interesting thing in there that I do think I agree with, that like I like, she doesn't like a lot of the aesthetic. I'd enjoy like some of the ship designs, like the big ships I love, the Star Destroyers, the Rebel cruisers, just the giant kind of, you know, carrier, tall ship, aircraft carrier style things. Those I love. The little ships can take or leave for the most part. There's something about the smaller ships in the Star Wars stuff that I don't like as well. Star Destroyers I have this like weird obsession with. I have like several tiny Lego ones. I really wanted that giant Super Star Destroyer. I used to know the name of it. X something. Dang it. I could look this up in a minute, but I'm not going to. Anyway, Darth Vader's flagship, the Super Star Destroyer. I wanted that Lego kit so bad. Anyway, I just love that part. But like the alien designs, I do kind of agree with this. The alien designs are kind of not great. I think the only alien design I've ever actually kind of liked were like the Twi'leks, and that's because I saw them when I was a teenager. And there's some very obvious reasons why I would like a Twi'lek character design as a teenager. Yeah, just, you know, that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like the alien designs. Those little fuzzy, supposed to be puffin things on the island that everyone's obsessed over, those things are ugly as all get out. I'm sorry. I know they're like designed to be cute and fuzzy, but they're over designed to be cute and fuzzy. There's nothing, you know, wrong with them. Look at an animal that you think, like a real life animal. Look at a real life animal, your dog, your cat. So that's something. Look at it closely that you think is very, very cute and adorable. And, you know, if you try to think about why, you get the normal, you know, baby eye ratio, larger head size, larger eye size, a couple things with that. But more often than not, one of the reasons that you will think an animal or something is cute is because it has a part of it that's not cute, and that makes it much more endearing. These things were like so over designed to try to be cute that they wound up looking stupid. Yeah, that's the other thing that I don't like about this and kind of the new Star Wars is in general. I know Star Wars has always done maybe a tiny bit of this, but not this much if I remember. Maybe I need to rewatch the original trilogy and I just forgot some of it. But it like stops for bad 5-minute comedy routines every few scenes, which is just weird. You'll be doing something important and then you'll cut away to one of the poggles or whatever they're called, like screaming and flapping its stupid fuzz wings, and that just why was that in there? Why was there a comedy routine? And I don't know, there were some like things that were supposed to be big inspirational one-liners that didn't quite land. Like overall, I'm gonna say again, overall I really enjoyed the movie. I liked what it was doing. It's definitely the best out of the 3 new ones that I've seen so far. I really didn't like Rogue One much. Not much at all. I felt like the things that people liked from Rogue One are that the third act looked cool. I really feel like that was why people liked that one. The first one wasn't too bad, but they underdeveloped the villains. Like Kylo Ren's a pretty good villain. He's developed pretty well. He's developed amazingly in this recent one. Like he and Rey and Luke, they should just have that. They should have like the rebels doing their Battlestar Galactica thing, and then the thing with Rey, Luke, and Kylo, and that should be the movie. That should be the movie. You could have Finn do a little bit of stuff with Rose. I didn't hate either of their characters, but everything they were doing was stupid and unnecessary. So you could kind of get rid of a lot of that. Like, just a lot. A lot. Like, so much. And then you could focus in more on, you know, Rebel Battlestar Galactica and the whole Rey learning from her mentor arc, which I'm going to put it that way, even though it's not particularly as accurate, because I don't want to spoil that part of the movie. I think I'm okay. I've been realizing as I've been talking more, I don't think I've spoiled any major bits for people. I've been trying not to, but I'm more okay with spoiling the stuff that's not that story arc than I am spoiling the stuff with Luke in it. Just because I think the stuff with Luke in it is so good. It's such a good stuff, and Mark Hamill is so good at doing that kind of character stuff. Like, it was like an amazing performance by him. It's really well done. There's comedy fish people for no reason. That kind of took me out of it. Like, there was that kind of thing every time there was like a well done, important scene. Like he's watching her do something and is impressed, and then she messes up, and then he's like, oh, scoff, and wanders away. And then it like immediately cuts to a comedy routine with the weird fish people. Why? Like, why would you do that? I don't know, that I just started finding frustrating after a little bit. So that was the Star Wars review. Yeah. I don't know, I've been watching kind of a lot of YouTube stuff on film critique and edit and story advancement through editing this week. I watched like 3 or 4 breakdowns of the Edgar Wright style of movie making, which is like, you know, Shaun of the Dead, Baby Driver, Scott Pilgrim. Still haven't seen Baby Driver. Don't know if I'm going to get to now, because, you know, Mr. I have to be a sexual assaulter is in it. But, yeah, I have to work out my own feelings on that one. For how much I want to see an Edgar Wright movie versus how much I don't want to see that guy. I'm not even going to name. But, yeah, the Scott Pilgrim and Hot Fuzz are 2 of my favorite movies. And I was kind of looking at their style. And it's great. I think I did kind of like an Edgar Wright inspired quick nether sequence a few episodes ago. I don't want to, you know, I'm just trying to work with the editing more. It's a part of the process that I enjoy, and I feel like I get to do more of it in this series than I have before. And I want to get better at it. And, you know, figure out how to make my stuff work better and flow better as kind of a narratively driven arc through an episode. Which is a little difficult because sometimes all I did in the episode is build half a thing. But, you know, I gotta work some of that out. That's how I'm looking at kind of the Edgar Wright stuff and a few other, you know, visual storytelling methods, and not so much a very like technical side of the editing stuff, because you can't do a lot of that when you're doing this video game things, because you're essentially working with a one camera setup. You can't do shot reaction cuts, which is the very basics of temporal editing. Like, there was kind of a really good Hitchcock, like, I don't know what to call it, interview something, I don't know. There's this really good little video of Hitchcock explaining shot reaction, shot editing with you can't really do that. He's like that thing of like, you can completely change what the first shot means by putting in a second shot, because if you see an old man smiling, and of course he has a picture of himself, and then you cut to a baby, then you've got a nice kindly grandfather. But if you show an old man smiling and you cut to a woman in a bikini, then you got a creepy old dude, you know? So, you know, same shot. But you can't do a lot of that with your single camera stuff. And I was looking it up, and there's really not a lot of single camera editing, probably because it's not something people want to employ very much. Yeah, so I've just been experimenting with some stuff. I throw the memes in sometimes. I like to do the text on screen stuff, visual jokes, quick cuts where appropriate, like different things. Sometimes I'm kind of up to a deadline and I want to get the episode out, and I realize that in this case, like a lot of the content is kind of more important than the editing in a lot of these cases, as long as I'm keeping everything going. But it's definitely something to keep in mind. Like if you're making videos, just think of it as kind of a story thing. Like I kind of remember a few episodes ago when I got killed by the sand dollars. I forget, silverfish. There we go. I knew it wasn't sand dollars, but I always blank on those things and try to call them some kind of mite because they look just like the endermites. But when I was killed by all the silverfish, I remember I was going through and I was thinking like, well, I found that silverfish egg early on when I first started exploring, and I have to keep that in because that's the foreshadowing on to finding the spawner later. Like you get silverfish in your head because I found the egg and mentioned it, and then that's in your head as we go through, and then it pays off in the being eaten to death by them bit. Yeah, anyway, I'm trying to verbalize my learning process. Basically, that's why I'm trying to go through this stuff and, you know, talk about what I'm doing with some of the episodes and my thought process on the editing and things, because I'm trying to kind of I like to verbalize what I'm learning and how I'm learning it, because it helps me dissect it a little better and implement it in a good way. And why are we backing up outside? Yeah, somebody was asking about, you know, how I've got my setup for the sound things, and yes, my mic is not pointed directly at the window. Okay, I promise you. I even have a bunch of stuff stacked up in the corner that should be helping. We've got like a bunch of plants and a tapestry and just things over there. There's something about the acoustics of the street and the living room that, like, if something's happening on the street, it like bounces straight up into the window, and then it like bounces off the corner in like the back corner of the room opposite the window, like on the other side of the room. So like if I'm sitting here and somebody outside is playing music on their stereo, like I hear it coming from like behind me and to the other side of the window, which freaked me out for a while until I figured out the acoustics. But yes, I don't have my microphone paint like hanging directly out of the window. I know that's a bad idea. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I need to work at some sound dampening or something. Like put some foam stuff in the window while I'm recording. It's a problem because my office space is like also the living room, because apartments. So, you know, we both have our home offices like next to each other also in the living room. So you can't really like move a bunch of like sound foam and stuff all over the place because it's in the living room. So, you know, it's a half-baked setup for now. Seems to be working out most of the time, at least. I just wish the street acoustics weren't so odd, and that people would stop, you know, honking so much in the middle of the day. Oh, let's see. That was about 25 minutes of ranting. I hope you enjoyed my Star Wars review. Yeah, I don't know. You should tell me what kind of things you like to hear about. I think about depressing stuff a lot, and I don't always feel like I want to talk for half an hour about depressing stuff. So sometimes I struggle to think about what else to bring in. Like I'm open to talking about depressing stuff or depression in general. And I know you guys are interested in that because I've had good responses on the other videos where I have. I just want this to be like an actual vlog series where I talk about what I'm thinking about and some different things during the week, and not just, you know, Gepwin's variety hour on depression. So, that's why I try to keep some variety up, not only for your entertainment in these things, so that there's some different topics every now and then instead of like the same 3 or 4 depressing things over and over and over. But also just for kind of my own sanity, I don't want to do the same topic endlessly. I'm going to start repeating myself, and it's going to turn into bad content, even for a vlog thing. And that was part of it. Like, the reason I started doing the vlog things as part of this series is because I felt like I needed to practice putting myself out there and getting more comfortable in front of the mic again and things like that. And I think that's been working out very well. I feel very comfortable talking in front of the mic with you guys now. I feel like it hasn't been holding me back very much. I've been able to work kind of non-stop for several days recently to get ahead on videos a little bit. So overall, it's working out. But it's just some weeks it's a struggle to think of what to talk about. Anyway, there may be one next week. Maybe. If there is, it'll come out on Tuesday, which is when I'm leaving. So, maybe, maybe not. Depends on how much work I get done this weekend to get ahead. But other than that, the next one of these that comes out, the one of these that comes out after vacation, should be really fun and interesting. Because, visiting the families is going to be interesting. Very interesting. Doing the family yearly holiday trip. Anyway, I might talk more about that next episode if we do one before then. But I feel like I've been rambling for like half an hour, and that's usually enough of me rambling for me. I don't know about you. For me, it kind of is, yes. So anyway, I guess the takeaway for some of this is, like, if you are new to the channel, I would love to know how you came across it, if you enjoy this content or the other content, or which bits you like. And I guess if anybody does have tips on like YouTube promotion, Minecraft promotion, I know the people who really know their stuff don't watch this. Because like the people with 100,000 million subscriber counts don't watch my vlogs. So the people who really know how to do that don't come here. Yeah, I don't know. Advice is always appreciated. Advice on that stuff. Advice on what you like about the videos. If you think the editing style is working out, every now and then I like feedback. I know it can get annoying when people get a little needy with that stuff, but I feel like the vlogs are a good place for this. Like, I understand if it's every single episode. It's like, did you like the editing? Did you like what was in it? Tell me the things you like so I can make it better. Oh my god, please. Like, you need to have a little bit of competence and a little bit of self-confidence that what you're making, is at least passable. But, it's good to check in with people every now and then, make sure what you're doing is still working, especially if you feel like you've had a little bit of a shift. Just that kind of thing. Well, that will do it for me. You can follow me on Twitter for updates, especially when I'm on vacation, because I'm probably going to be doing some of that. My phone camera is, like, flat out broken, which is kind of an issue for some of the stuff I like to do on Twitter, which is sometimes post interesting pictures and things of what I'm doing, especially when I'm vacationing. So, yeah, that's been kind of a damper on that. Also, my phone battery is, like, full-on broken. And my phone dies when it hits like 75% battery, which is about 20 minutes of normal use. So there's that too. I'm hopefully getting a new phone soon, so that should help out with that. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Gepwin, and you can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Minecraft things. And I'm thinking of starting a new like side series when I get back from vacation. I'll see how that works out. I've got a couple ideas for it. But I might do like a side series, like a weekend variety hour. That could be interesting. But anyway, I hope that you are having a great day. I hope you continue to have a great day and many, many great days, especially if I don't get to talk to you while I am gone. So thank you very much for listening. I am Gepwin, and I will see you soon.